Last night at Survivor Series War Games, a significant WWE superstar had his belt thrown away. The star is probably furious with Triple H and his staff for their creative choice, according to wrestling veteran Jonathan Coachman. Los Angeles Knight defeated Logan Paul to win the US Championship at SummerSlam. Last night at Survivor Series War Games, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated the 42-year-old who had held the championship for 118 days. The decision to remove the megastar's title from the organization was questioned by Coachman and his co-host, Tommy Carlucci, a former WWE employee, on the podcast Behind the Turnbuckle, The Last Word. The former interim general manager of Raw said that Knight's dissatisfaction with last night's title loss against Nakamura was well-founded. With Raw going to Netflix and SmackDown to USA Network, he implied that the megastar may not play a significant role in the company's future plans. A few weeks ago, Shinsuke Nakamura made his triumphant return to SmackDown after a hiatus of many months, and he was out to get LA Knight. The Japanese celebrity posted a remark on Instagram after yesterday night's Survivor Series War Games when he won his third US championship. This year's Survivor Series War Games didn't end when the cameras rolled. The drama continued long after the contest ended. Jonathan Coachman, a wrestling commentator, claims that a significant WWE superstar made a night they'd rather forget after leaving the event, fuming with annoyance. Both outsiders and insiders in the WWE have begun to speculate on the incident's aftermath, wondering what went wrong and how it would impact the superstar's future. Held in front of an enthusiastic audience, Survivor Series War Games lived up to its billing as a bloodbath by putting the cream of the crop against each other in an unforgiving double cage. One superstar allegedly stormed out of the stadium in a huff because he felt ignored and unappreciated as the rest of the audience went wild over the shocking endings and breathtaking moments. While appearing on a podcast, Jonathan Coachman, who is famous for his frank opinions on wrestling, broke the news. This wasn't simply someone being irritated over their match, Coachman said. Someone in this person's position thought that their authority was being disregarded by the creative direction and execution. There was genuine annoyance, not dramatic tension. Even though Coachman didn't say who the superstar was, his remarks gave fans enough information to start speculating. A few of names emerged from the discussion, with Seth freaking Rollins being the most notable. Even though Rollins, a fan favorite and frequent main eventer, was in the men's War Games match, his performance was overshadowed by the booking decisions that put other stars on display. There have been whispers that Rollins believed his part in the bout minimized his impact in the build-up to it. Seth is someone who takes immense pride in what he does, a person close to the incident allegedly said. He's not only turning up for work, he's immersed in the industry. A major issue for him is the feeling of being disregarded. What may have triggered the annoyance is a topic of much speculation. 1. Distinctive originality. Both in terms of his bouts and his character work, Rollins has consistently been a top performer for WWE. He was quite active in the lead-up to Survivor Series War Games, giving impassioned commercials and crafting riveting drama. While other wrestlers, including as Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, received more attention throughout the bout, several spectators felt he had little to no influence on the action. Did Rollins feel cheated in any way, creatively? The celebrity, according to Coachman's hints, felt the creative team's actions impacted his tail momentum. 2. Scheduling and results. There are so many people competing in War Games matches that it's impossible to give each of them the attention they deserve. Rollins' efforts were understated in comparison to his teammates, which is disappointing since the team dynamic is the main attraction. Individual stars often emerge during crucial times. Rollins may get even more frustrated if the booking team decided to bench him just before he was about to have a performance that would define his career. Thirdly, the politics behind the scenes. When it comes to top-tier talent, backstage disputes in WWE are nothing new. Given Rollins' fame and tenure with WWE, he could feel entitled to more say over the portrayal of his character. It may make his displeasure even worse if his opinion was disregarded or overridden. Not content to only validate the superstar's annoyance, Coachman continued with his comments. This kind of situation is very unusual in WWE, but he went on to explain why it matters. He warned that emotions run high in the industry. Every big event is a test of your mettle as a top performer, and you have to live up to the expectations set by both your audience and yourself. Feeling like you were held back or never given your time to shine may be really depressing. Every setback hits close to home for these performers because they put in so much time and effort to provide the greatest presentation possible. As the creative staff at WWE searches for solutions, Coachman stressed that these kinds of frustrations usually result in stronger storytelling in the future. There has been, and certainly will be, a history of superstars becoming upset after major events. But if it's Seth, we know he'll put that enthusiasm into his next show and show the world once again why he's the greatest. Speculation and views have been circulating around the WWE universe since Coachman's statements were made public. Supporters' comments on social media have been all over the map. On behalf of Rollins, I can see why Seth would be furious. After months of lugging Raw, he is suddenly benched in War Games. It's unfair. The WWE creative team's defense. It's not a singles tournament, but a team contest in War Games. Have patience. Seth will have his chance again. The anticipation of future events. To be really honest, I have no problem with this if it makes Seth Rollins more dedicated and focused. Start the fire. Some viewers even went so far as to think that Rollins' angry promos may be a plot point in which he airs his concerns. According to the rumors, Rollins, or another prominent superstar, is reportedly furious, and WWE may use this as a chance to get creative. This dissatisfaction may prompt Rollins to undergo his next character transformation, but he is no stranger to doing so. The creative crew at WWE and Triple H, meanwhile, will have to be cautious. Being able to satisfy the needs of elite talent while keeping the storyline consistent is no simple feat, particularly with WrestleMania season approaching. If Rollins is feeling underappreciated right now, WWE will probably want to get him back on track before the year's biggest event. These kinds of incidents show how intense and high-stakes professional wrestling can be. Superstars put a lot of emotional and mental energy into their work, so when things don't work out, it can be very discouraging. Details may be sketchy, but one thing is certain. WWE loves a good surprise, whether it's on the mat or off. Such moments serve to remind fans of why WWE is a must-watch entertainment, regardless of whether the tension results in a plot or a resurgence of the spotlight on the unhappy superstar. Whoever the irate superstar is, the path ahead is clear and full of opportunities for Rollins to transform this frustration into something absolutely remarkable.